All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So if you happen to be scrolling through and you've seen this video, there's a reason why you're seeing it. One is, of course, you're probably already on the journey of being a healer, of being a coach. And the other, of course, is that maybe you've been thinking about time and possibly realizing that, you feel like you're running out of time or that you're running behind. I say this also because as healers and coaches, I'm sure you know that very often in your feed, you see videos, you see ads of people who seem to be literally a few steps or maybe miles ahead of you. And it's very easy to get caught up in that self comparison, meaning not just comparing yourself with you, but comparing yourself with them. And this, of course, is the start of something really horrible, and it'll only do it'll do you bad. It'll really make you feel sick until, of course, you realize that you need to stop. The reason why I say this is that, yes, of course, as creators, we create content just like I am in the process of recording this so that you can see this content and be reminded that one of the reasons that we show up every day is to be able to create content, is to be able to share our message with the world. And the other part, of course, is that our real work is to make the most of the time that we have. Now, maybe you're meant to be here on this planet for a few days, a few months, a few years, or possibly even decades. Regardless of what it is that is, if you believe in destiny, what is destined for you, what's most important is that, we keep showing up and we keep doing the work, because when you compare yourself not to a future version that you see of somebody else, but instead when you reflect back on who you were, say 6 months ago, who you were 1 year ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, you might just be surprised. Because I'm sure, especially as a healer, especially as a coach, you know that you've already made a lot of changes. You've already grown since the person that you were anywhere, over the last couple of months to maybe even the last couple of years. So the question really to ask yourself is, especially as a healer and a coach, is that, what is it and why is it that you're doing this work? What is it that you really want to do as a healer and a coach? And why is it that you're doing this? And as long as you keep showing up, I can promise you this, that the power of time is compounding, and that can only happen when you show up. So no matter if you feel maybe you won't win this race, maybe you won't be as good as somebody else, and instead if you just focus on your work, you focus on doing the work, I can promise you that before you know it, you will be in that position where you can really make a difference to not one, but many people. Of course, we begin by making that difference to ourselves, making that difference in our own life. And over time, you can make that difference in the lives of many. So let this be a reminder to you that you're meant to do this work, you're meant to show up. And the more you show up, the more you will receive and enjoy the benefits of doing this kind of work. As always, these pods are made for you. These pods are made keeping you in mind so that you get that dose, you get that reason to recommit to what it is that got you here in the first place. And you go from not just being a seeker, but to someone who is able to make a difference to more and more people out there. And one last thing, of course, before I go, as I said, this is one way that we can connect. And maybe if you're somebody who is looking to be part of something bigger, you're more than welcome to come and experience what happens in our community. And we meet every Monday and Friday between 6 and 7 p.m. And let that be the start of this really, really powerful relationship. Lastly, of course, if you feel that maybe like you, there is somebody else out there who maybe you've met in a community and you can see that they are also struggling, do share this with them, because this is the power of reciprocity. When we share with others, when we share what we have with others, that is really when we are telling the universe, when we're talking to something that's bigger than us, that we're meant to truly be able to make a difference to more and more people. And of course, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.